Hello? And okay, you can hear me. Hope Rocket League isn't too loud. Maybe a scuff stream. Goodness. Did you do anything? Did that upload? Desktop now. Go. Okay, the sound is back. Let's go to this one actually. Yeah, there we go. I might need a new camera when I need me to do new camera in like a few years. This one will do it. It'll do it just fine. Just the quality doesn't. It's pretty funny how the quality looks so bad. Yeah, that's gonna be the one I want. It's down there, but I'm being. Nothing's happening. Just gonna chill. Set up my mobile dashboard. Okay. Cool, everything looks good. I'll take a minute, I guess. There you go. Move that mic actually. Boom. Alright. Let's check the game sound actually. That's not that hard. Well, actually, you may want to see the game actually before I. There you go. There's the game. Be underway in no time. cool. Let's see if it works. Alright, the game sounds working. Cool. I know I'm definitely loud enough as long as I speak, you know, a little bit more of a clearness in my voice. I don't have any boost for that. Popped out. It all comes down to this. Anyways. At least it looks good. Alright. I sound okay. Like usual, I sound only okay. That's all I ever sound. That'd be in here, wouldn't it? Oh. He hasn't messaged yet, but he'll be in there. We're gonna be on the way in a little bit. We just have to wait. It's gonna take time. We're gonna be casting very soon. But the match is planned to be between 10:30 and 11. So it's currently 10:30. But obviously it isn't 11 yet, so we can wait on that. And knowing people, they might have it after 11. People are always late. Nobody's ever on time. But we'll be ready at some point. Oh, he's messaged me. Let's go. So it's gonna be a bit of a weird one here. He's just informed me that there's 5 people online, not 6. It's gonna be interesting. So if that's the case, then that 5th person has to sub in for 2v2s. So we just have to wait a little bit. But hopefully he gets a 6 player so that it can be a 3v3. Currently has 5, which means they have to do 2v2s with the 5th player subbing in for both teams. And then they kind of alternate who subs in, who subs out. It'll be interesting. We just have to wait on it. Anything can happen. I'm gonna make my game sound a little quieter, maybe a negative. There you go. Pretty quiet. We just have to wait. Actually, you know, let's actually I can do this. Oh, inventory. You know what, let's just open this up because I don't have anything better to do right now. Right, it's dumb looking wheels, that's nice. There we go. There we go. You know, you gotta look good. You gotta look good, you know? You gotta wear like that suit and tie for like your first date. Even though I've never been to a first date. Yeah, you know, my first cast, you know, you gotta get in the suit. I've never played Octane. This is like the weirdest thing. And speaking of that, let's actually change up the team names. I forgot, I need to, when making a private match, yeah, name and password will do just fine. Team, that's not the right team. One will be Wolfpack. That might fit. Oh, it does fit. Let's go. Team one will be Wolfpack. Nice. Wolfpack Gray. Okay, at least these guys are. Wait, they spell. Oh, cool, they actually did get their third. Let's go. So, there. Oh gosh, you guys can hear my notifications and stuff. Team one will be Wolfpack Esports. It will be Vexum, Zanji, and Obishan. Team two will be Wolfpack Gray. I did spell Gray incorrectly. I used an E instead of an A. With Spanish Flea, Marvel Man, and Default. Which, Default, if you're watching this, first of all, love that name. Probably, that's a really nice name to use. And second of all, we got Wolfpack and then we got the gray version, you know, the off-brand Wolf. No, I'm joking. You guys are they're probably way better than I am. Just knowing how much I suck. I suck. I don't know why I said that. Here, let me go to this screen while I make the lobby. There we go. As you can see, we're in. There's the team names. You just had to set them up. Oh wait, actually, I should probably fix that actually. Also, I haven't changed my screen yet. Mutator settings. Score. That's not what I wanted. I want series length. Probably best of 7. I'm asking him if it's a best of 7. If so, make the series length 7 games. If he's the biggest jerk ever, he'll tell me it's a best of set. If he doesn't have a lot of time, he'll tell me it's a best of 3. No, it'll be a best of 7 most likely. That's usually how long scrims are. Just because those are usually pretty telling on who's the better team. Although technically best of sets are better, but whatever. Oh, he hasn't answered immediately. We're gonna have like 10 minutes of break here. Oh, we're gonna need to like do 10 minutes of filler time. I don't have any like information or storylines, so this is no, it'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. And while those 10 minutes are going on, I can advertise this to my server. Because you know I should. At Twitch follower. There we go. Nice. Nice, yeah. Okay, it's up. I did jump in a little too early. Actually, I don't need people to see this. It's probably gonna be super cringy if I were to go back to it later on in my life. Oh well. Alright. We'll have maybe, we'll be there soon enough. Alright, he's confirmed it will be a best of 7. So, this will make the matches much more intense here. Or maybe more one-sided if one team's clearly the more superior. God, I actually feel, I don't know why, I feel a little nervous here. Like, I feel like content, and then I also feel nervous as heck. Because, like, anything can happen. I don't like that that's a possibility. So, yeah, the thing about a best of 7 that's kind of fun about it is one, they're a lot longer, and so they tell which team is better, but also just, they're more intense, you know? You really get into them. I remember, I played a match recently against another team, and it was super close. Like, we went to game 7, and I barely beat them in that last game. I think it was 4-1, but it was very close up, and like 5 of those games were 1-goal games. We started off going 3-0, so if it was a best of 5s, then it would be a sweep, and it would not look close at all, even though it was definitely close. So best of 7s are interesting. They really change the whole dynamic. As a team, it's very difficult to win 4 matches in a row, even at this level, where you start to see people maybe a little more inconsistent. Maybe the pressure gets to them. Best of 7s are extremely intense because very difficult to win 4 in a row. You have to make changes. It's almost guaranteed you're going to make changes. And even more so, you're going to have to implement those changes and then do more changes. And you're going to have more off time. You can have more time to chat with your teammates. As the series goes on, teams are going to start to figure each other out a little more. And they're going to be feeling the pressure of the situation. Usually. This time it's a scrim, so there's going to be no pressure at all. There shouldn't be that much pressure in a scrim, but I hope this match is close. That's all I hope for in Rocket League. When it comes to like watching or casting, is just some good Rocket League. I don't care who wins. I don't have a favorite. In all honesty, I'm not that well informed of most organizations in IGL, Indie Gaming League, so I really don't have a favorite here. I just want to see some good matches. Have some fun, get out there, see the players perform. I love those kind of things. I love really good storylines, especially. We got like this random underdog team that just pops up out of nowhere, and they like win the whole thing, like a Peep story in like DreamHack. Was it Montreal? Where they went through everybody and then they ended off winning against G2 in the finals. Like that kind of stuff is fun to watch, and it's even more fun to cast because you got a very easy storyline in front of you. In this one, I'm not that well informed of the storyline, but apparently it could be a blowout. They're both on the same org. They're both part of Wolfpack Esports, the Wolfpack organization. So anything can happen. And I mean, they definitely know each other, so this is going to be very fun. Probably going to see some fun banter in there. But for the time being, I mean, I just want to see some good Rocket League. I want to have a fun match. I want to see a close match. So, if I can get that, that will be so fun to cast. Because honestly, man, if I'm hyped and enjoying Rocket League, then that makes my job a lot easier. Because then I have more hype and fun to just do whatever I want. And my favorite, I love Rocket League the most whenever I can just sit back and enjoy it, and be a fan. And if I'm casting, then I'm the one who has to obviously deliver the hype to other people. But like, if I'm having fun as well, that really ends off. Terrible. My hair looks absolutely atrocious right now. That haircut did not phase out for me. This is gonna be a really fun match. I'm gonna be very interested in seeing the different playstyles teams use if we see some big change-ups. Because I know they're gonna stick with the same players throughout the whole thing. There's no changes or anything like that. No. And so, again, I really want to see like how teams change up, because in best of sevens, as soon as you lose a match, a lot of team captains' instinct is to just immediately change it, and sometimes that doesn't work. And usually it's about like seeing your opponent, seeing what they do, knowing what weakness you have that they're exploiting, and then using it again, and then using the perfect counter. I remember in my last match, especially like the team I played against, they were really aggressive. They loved to put on challenges. They were very smart, very calculated, and I kind of stood back a lot further in those first few matches. Now, granted, we won the first 3, so it worked. But after that, they really got a groove into it. They won 3 in a row. And in that final match, I literally just said, like, let's just play proactive. Let's play a little bit harder on the challenges, and we beat them in Game 7, and we didn't get reverse swept, which is a good storyline. And it's really fun, honestly. Let's see if I can just join this match, actually. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna jump in and wait. I don't know if you can hear it. No, I can't hear it. Oh yeah, it's because Rocket League's not here. And so, again, those kind of changes, while mine was very slow with 3 games, most changes for teams, especially the big changes, like going from going for demos or playing up higher or playing a little further back, usually those changes take maybe 2 games, I'd say, at the most for most people. To me, I was a little slow. It took me 3 games, and a lot of people, it does take them a little longer. But 2 games is about what I would say. Sometimes you can get a good change in after 1 game. That's very rare. Usually you stick with the same playstyle. Especially if you're like going 3-1 up and you lose the first game. Usually you don't change anything because who knows, maybe it's a fluke. Maybe you can jump back in. But for most teams, it's usually after 2 games, they start to notice, hey, we gotta change something. Which is why best of sevens are great, because there's more matches. There's 2 extra matches. There's a lot more room for change, and so you really get to see how the teams compare against each other in reality. Every game matters a ton, and so obviously you want to win every single game, but that's just not a very realistic promise to make. In a best of 7, it's not easy to sweep somebody fully, especially if they can make changes. But saying that, like, I love it whenever teams make big, massive changes, because then you can see how it affects their gameplay. For a lot of teams, it kind of can go either way, honestly. For a lot of teams, it usually works out decently. They usually can get some success and to usually keep the game closer. But for a lot of teams, sometimes it actually does the exact opposite, where they aren't used to that playstyle, and so they kind of collapse under their own thoughts. So, again, it's going to be very fun to see. I'm gonna love to see what these teams do. Wolfpack as well as Wolfpack Grey. They both know each other, so that's great. It's gonna be a very fun storyline. We're gonna see we might see some fun little chatter in the text chat. As long as they're not saying anything too inappropriate, I'm pretty happy with that. And I personally love banter. It makes the game so much more interesting, and it makes me enjoy it that much more. So I hope to see that. I hope to see some good Rocket League. I hope to see some good sportsmanship along with that banter. I know it's a bit of a contrast, but you don't want to see someone just roasting someone for no reason. You want to see them I mean, you kind of do, but like you don't want to see them get toxic over it because that kind of sours the mood. But it's just gonna be this match tonight as well. Gonna be very happy to cast. Gonna see how it works. Gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm gonna look back at it and I'm gonna go, wow, that was a bad stream. No, it won't. I won't be. I'll think of it as like a nice start. So we will begin in any moment. Let me go to this one. Now he hasn't given the okay that they're ready, so we'll just be looking at this screen for a while. But it's gonna be very fun again. Wolfpack again. If anybody here jumped in a little late, Wolfpack Esports is Vexum, Zanji, and Obishan. Gray, Wolfpack Gray will be Spanish Flea, Marvel Man, and Default. Now, again, if Wolfpack you're watching this, thank you guys very much for just jumping on. I know it's very random for you guys. You guys did not have these matches planned. So, again, I hope I give you guys a lot of credit for just being able to do that on the spot. You're gonna be on stream. You guys even know you're gonna be on stream. And so honestly, ton of credit for you guys just being able to get up there, get in the spot. I know you get in the spotlight. I know, like, obviously on IGL you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to get casters, but like it's still very stressful. Like usually when you're playing off a stream, you're usually very chill. You're very relaxed. You don't mind. But like on stream, it's a completely different environment. You know there's people that could be watching you. You know you could be critiqued for any little mistake you make by the caster, by the people watching, by people doing review. And so obviously that could force you to change up your gameplay in ways that are unfavorable. But a lot of people can deal with that pressure very well. And while this is not going to be the most high pressure situation, it's a random scrim match between two teams who know each other very well. It will be very fun to it'll be very exciting and I'm very ecstatic to see what happens here. Because I'm gonna be so happy to just cast and watch some Rocket League. I love watching Rocket League. Like, if there's anything that I like almost as much as playing this game, it's actually watching this game. I am a huge fan of the esports. I love watching it. If I get good Rocket League, that's all I ask for is just some good matches. Because then it's just so exciting. Because anything can happen at any moment. Let me do 0.5. There you go. So match will start at any moment. They should be starting very soon. I think he said he delayed another 10 minutes. A little while ago. He said like give 10 minutes. 10:40. Okay, so they're about ready. They haven't actually jumped in yet. But as soon as I jump in, I'll be chatting with them. I'll be sending messages to Vexum. He is the person who organized this whole thing. He is playing on Wolfpack Esports, and I'm gonna be casting him. Who knows? I'm definitely gonna say some good things about these guys though. These guys are all super talented. I'm gonna guess I'm pretty sure this is tier 3. Gameplay Champ 1, Champ 2. It's gonna be so fun to finally get to actually cast on a stream. Because who knows? This stream is gonna be the one that determines if I get the main stream for December 27th for a pretty big Swiss stage tournament. So we're gonna be ready any moment. I'm gonna have to make those graphics as well for that tournament soon. soon as I obviously get notice that I've got the spot, if I get the spot, I'm definitely gonna start making some graphics. They're good. They're in. Cool. I just chatted with you guys for like 20 minutes. I chatted with myself for 20 minutes. Sound should be good. Don't worry about the lag. That's just me. That's just me alt-tabbing. I've been alt-tabbed this whole time. They will be joining in any moment. Best of 7. So I'm gonna be we're going to be underway at any moment. They'll be joining. We'll see who's on and we'll see who's on today. On the blue side is Wolfpack Esports, Vexum, Obishan, and Zanji. On the orange side for this show match, it'll be Wolfpack Grey with Spanish Flea, Marvelman, and Default. Both of these teams know each other. Both these teams are definitely going to be chatting with each other in that text chat. I hope they are. And they're both gonna really have at it, aren't they? As they join in, we are about to be underway. Everybody hold on tight. It is a best of 7. Oh wait, before I do that, let me ask if the server's good. There we go. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, they're just doing... They're just testing out the servers. As we are going on. Yeah, they're just testing servers right now. Ooh, Default takes it. To Vexum, it's back for Zanji. It moves past Zanji. I was a bit slow on that one. I didn't know that they were actually starting. Zanji gets past Spanish Flea. Spanish Flea makes a save. Vexum and Default standing his ground. Wolfpack Grey, they need to show up hard at this match. Flea. Oh, it's an angle. And Obishan. Spanish Flea comes behind, takes it in his own net. A quick start here. 2 goals inside the first minute. As Wolfpack Esports. Gray's gonna be taking credit for both of those. Is it still a server test? I'm actually unsure if it's still a server test, but I think Spanish Flea's not moving. I don't know what's happening over here. As Zanji takes it. The Obishan, Marvelman steps in. Vexum to the sidewall. He has time. Shot. Split bumps out the Default. And Vexum takes this one. Default moving back into his net. And Spanish Flea doing just the same. And Flea moves in a little too far. Takes out Default. And that will give Wolfpack Esports their lead. So far, all the control has been in favor of Wolfpack. As Grey will win this, Default takes a shot. Zanji makes a flying save. Vexum intercepts the pass from Flea. He has a dribble, taking it to the sidewall. He's going to try to find Obishan in the mid. Pass, it's not going to connect. Zanji has to wait as the third man. And it's been a lot of control here for Wolfpack. What a save from Obishan. Those kind of saves are so difficult. He has to react so quickly. You don't expect those kind of pops to happen, those kind of deflects. And so you have to just be at a minute's notice for whenever that happens. A second's notice even. And he is there just in time. A great save, he clears it well. As he is still the last man back here. Gonna have to get past their fall. He does so awkwardly. And he will not be able to follow Flea to the backboard. Vexum can't make it. Flea still flees. Anji to the sidewall. Vexum under default. He has a net here. Oh, Flea! Vexum! All on his own. Great play, Vexum. As that is a buffer here. Insurance goal for Wolfpack. Marvel, a kickoff. It goes right to Vexum. Obishan over to Zanji. It's a little bit high, but he can still collect. Going for the midfield. That extra touch may have hurt it here. Vexum was hoping he wouldn't make that play. Zanji though. Obishan there wasn't there in time. And Marvel Man will clear. Fakes out Zanji! The net, Obishan clears, default in! Default scores! Obishan here, desperate save. And the fault is the next one to collect. He puts it to the left side of the net, there's no stopping that one. Zanji to Marvel Man. The kickoff goes in favor of Wolfpack Esports. As Spanish Fleet gets 50'd, Vexum next to it, all alone, and Marvel Man will wait for that shot. Vexum, with an attempted back pass to Obishan, it does connect. Obishan hoping to hit Vexum. It doesn't work. Zanji last man, he misses. Default just cannot put that shot on target. Vexum trying to clear here, but he just isn't high up off the wall. Obishan can't make the read. Spanish Flea! Spanish Flea! And it's tied once again. Spanish Flea catches Obishan in an awkward position. Vexum and Zanji were not ready for these shots. And it goes in between them. Great placement there. And we're seeing a lot of resilience here from both teams. Both Wolfpack Grey and Wolfpack Esports here firing back at each other. Zanji, another goal in this match. 7 for both. 7 combined for Wolfpack Esports. Vexum beats Spanish Flea on the kickoff. Zanji is next. Around the wall, he's going for the Doomsy dish. Cannot get it. It's in the midfield. Obishan will wait. He does not want to commit too much for that. And it might be the right play as well. He knows that if he commits and he doesn't make a good challenge in that situation, he'll be one player back. It'll be very difficult to defend. And that one just flies its way into the net. A 50-50 here goes high. And Spanish Flea, I think he was expecting a touch here from Obishan. But Obishan fakes that touch, and it just flies off the crossbar and into the net. Off kickoff, Obishan. Back to Zanji. Zanji misses, default up. Great play from Vexum, great speed to get back, and immediately up for the clear. Marvel Man, the sidewall. Looking for an infield pass, can't get it. Still can 50-50 this one. As it flies precariously in front of that Wolfpack Esports net. Default. To the sidewall, Spanish Flea. Cannot make the touch. Marvel Man. Fakes the ball. Default. Going for a dribble, great fast one. Challenges Vexum, it's in the midfield. Vexum and Zanji both double commit. Default! And it will trundle its way in. Default scores for Wolfpack Grey. A double commit opens up the space, and Default takes advantage. There's still 7 seconds left, easily enough time to get back. As both teams fake the kickoff. A bit awkward here as nobody wanted the ball. 2 players go for Wolfpack. And Gray can't make the clear. Default, it's still up. Marvel Man up. And that will roll. That will fly, actually, into the net. Zanji scores. He's been doing so much of the effort in this game, and it pays off. Wolfpack Esports takes game 1. And this was a great showing of resiliency. Here, both teams putting up some very impressive stats. It was relatively even for most of it. Seeing many teams equalize, and then still the other opponent team taking the lead once again. It's been a very back and forth affair here. Usually the first game's a bit of a feeler match though, so who knows what will happen as we settle in for game 2. As both teams spawn into the lobby, we'll be beginning game 2. Again, Wolfpack Esports in the blue, Wolfpack Gray in the orange. As Smash Flea destroys Vexum on that kickoff. Zanji to the side, Vexum will not be able to catch up. Obishan puts a challenge on Marvel Man. As Zanji looking for a pass over to Obishan. Vexum can only backflip as that ball skies off the back of the net. Obishan can't make the touch. Vexum though can collect. Nobody on Gray was expecting that miss there. Nobody wanted to challenge up on that. And so Obishan will not be punished. Vexum with the play. Zanji moving backwards. Clear. Defaults. Defaults can't make the touch. Spanish Flea next. A weak shot here and Vexum will clear. Marvel Man has to control it. He does very well. As Marvel Man still with the ball here, he's trying to get past as many players as possible. He gets demoed in response. As Flea, awkward situation, doesn't want to make that touch. Will instead leave it for Default. Default next one to this one. Challenging Zanji on the ground. And Vexum's next to the sidewall. Marvel Man can't make that touch. Shot in. Spanish Flea. Some weak shots here for both teams. And just those won't really cut it that much. Across, and Obishan almost got that one. The infield passes, haven't seen a lot of them. They can really break down a defense. Default here with the shot. To the side, Obishan makes it past Spanish Flea to Vexum. Off the crossbar, Vexum again. And that's a goal. Vexum here pings it off the crossbar, follows it back up after the beautiful outplay by Obishan. Able to get it past one defender, and that was all she wrote. As another kickoff here will favor Wolfpack Gray. Pass into the midfield, Spanish Flea jumps in, cannot make a touch. Obishan trying to do another outplay. Marvel Man thinks better of it. As this ball will be collected by Default. Default trying to 50 Zanji. Marvel Man up. Can't make the touch. It's in the midfield. Dangerous here. I think I had a German accent for a second. It will fly into the midfield. Marvel Man can't make the clear. Default. Ready for it. Spanish Flea. And that 50-50 will favor Wolfpack Gray. Zanji has to take it back. A bit too slow though. As he gets challenged by a Wolfpack Gray offensive player. Rolls up the wall. Spanish Flea making the challenge. Obishan next to it. To the nets. And Vexum cannot make the save. Spanish Flea. It could be a breakaway. And Obishan plays it. It's into the midfield. Vexum. To Zanji. Into the midfield, Obishan will challenge this. And that challenge keeps the pressure squarely for Wolfpack Esports. And those challenges as third man can really win them for you. Zanji with a goal. A shot from midfield goes over the team bump here. Default bumps out Spanish Flea. I think the roles were reversed in game 1 for a goal by Wolfpack Esports. Vexum to the corner, going to look for the pass. It doesn't work. Marvelman calls off the fault, and he can get the clear. Obishan awkward. Makes a touch here just to waste as much time as possible. The right play as third man. Zanji though commits here a bit poorly, and Spanish Flea will capitalize. And we saw Zanji here rotating ball side. That cuts off the rotation from Obishan. And 2 players commit as a result. As Wolfpack Grey will get their first goal this game. It's much closer here. Marvelman can't make the touch, but Spanish Flea can. Oh, and everybody doesn't want to hit the ball. It must be infected with the whiff virus. Default here. It looks like the virus has caught on to him as well. He cannot make a touch there. Zanji going for the midfield. Kenobi. Default. Trying to clear. They're trying to get another push here. As Marvelman does beat out the flying challenge of Vexum. Spanish Flea cleared it off the back wall. Marvelman challenges, but the shot's too weak. Default gets a clear. It will hit the backboard. A demo coming out from Obishan, opening up a lot of space for that. It is clear from Zanji. He's going for the ceiling shot off the backboard. And had he hit that, it would have been spectacular. Those technical plays, we haven't seen a lot of solo plays here. Teams have been very focused on being able to just keep that rotation and play their style to their strengths. And for Wolfpack Esports, it's been working stellarly for them. Zanji here, and Grey has to challenge everything now. Marvelman clearing, hoping to get a second touch here. Obishan stands his ground. It's still up. Obishan trying to have this one hit the ground. It hits the backboard. And Zanji hits it away. Hits the ground. And Wolfpack takes game 2. This match was a lot more defensive. 3 goals this time. But still the same story. Wolfpack Esports has been keeping most of that pressure. And they've been winning most of the challenges here. As Grey has just been helpless on defense sometimes. They're finding cracks in that Wolfpack Esports defense, but it hasn't been enough. They might be thinking about making a playstyle change. Maybe they try to play a little more aggressive. Maybe they put in a few more demos here on Wolfpack Esports. This would be the game to do it. Game 3 is a pretty important match. If Wolfpack Esports wins this, they will be taking match point. And not just any match point, but a 4-game match point. They'll have 4 chances to close it out. But game 3 is ahead of us here. As Vexum and Marvelman challenge, it will put into the midfield. Zanji. Default. And Obishan with a shot. It won't go to the net. It is harmlessly away though. Default. And Vexum cuts it off. Marvelman with a save. And as Flea dangerously off his own post here. As Vexum makes the read. He cannot make the next touch though. As Default going to follow this up. Zanji is next to it though. To Obishan. And there's no one challenging up. Spanish Flea can't make a touch, but Default can. Zanji to the midfield, to Obishan. What an infield pass there from Zanji. He's able to get that nice backwards touch off the wall. And he's able to just make a light touch into the midfield. Obishan is there for it. Communication on point for Wolfpack Esports. And they score first in game 3. Vexum making quite a touch. Into the midfield, Zanji scores another passing play here. And this one requiring some insane mechanics here from Vexum. Able to pre-flip that one and hit it off of a backboard. And Zanji able to finish that one. This 50-50 will favor Wolfpack play. Marvel Man going for a demo play. And the fault just not quick enough to get to the ball in time. Into the mid, Zanji with a pinch. I don't think that was what he was expecting in that play. But it does generate a lot of power. Into the midfield dangerously. The fault. Sure that Obishan will not score that one. Another passing play. Marvel Man leaves it to the side. Vexum to the midfield. That will get rid of all the Wolfpack Esports pressure. He hits the backboard. And the fault is next to it. Zanji though can clear it all the way back. Past Spanish Flea. To the sidewall. Vexum hitting it off the corner. Marvel Man challenging Zanji. The fault. And Zanji wins a second 50-50. Into the midfield. But Vexum cannot make the challenge. It's just a little too strong for him. And we're seeing a lot more passing here from Wolfpack Esports. Another pass, and a goal for Zanji. 2 goals this match. And Zanji has been finishing the impressive passes from his teammates. As it seems like everybody here on Wolfpack Esports is getting involved one way or another. Zanji wants the ceiling shot, it hits the ceiling. Unfortunate touch. And those ceiling shot plays, I'm sure he wanted a bit of a lighter hit. Have it where it just barely kisses the top of the ceiling. But it doesn't work out for him. The fault. Getting past Obishan, challenging Vexum. And Spanish Flea to the midfield. These passes from Wolfpack Esports, I should mention. We haven't seen many of those this series, but those are what are winning them this match. As a flick here from Vexum. The 1v1 round play mechanics. As he carries that ball perfectly, evades the challenge from the fault, and the push from Zanji, looking for demos. Doesn't get any, but it's enough. As this is a 4-goal lead. This game, much more one-sided than the others. A kickoff goal for Spanish Flea though. And Wolfpack Ray, they have never been shut out in any of these matches. Which is a very strong point for them that they can make. There's still 2 minutes left. They could definitely score 3 goals. As Zanji going for the slow kickoff, immediate kickoff. Change up here. As they do not want to be scored on like they did before. Zanji carrying it back. A back pass. And Spanish Flea able to recognize that. Zanji, Obishan. The pass will not collect. Default getting bumped. Vexum 1-on-1, 1-on-2. It doesn't matter. The bump here from Obishan to get rid of the fault gives Vexum the chance to scoop the ball up and air dribble it into the net. This kickoff will bounce off the wall. It will go well for Wolfpack Gray. And Vexum will make sure that that save goes through. An attempted pass, but it only goes to Zanji. And Wolfpack Gray, very thankful that didn't go in. But a pass here, Obishan isn't able to score. There's 3 Wolfpack Gray defenders in net. Very tough to score on that defense. The ball will roll its way out into the midfield. As Vexum just isn't fast enough to get to the challenge quickly. Cannot get another goal. Marvel, Zanji, great save by Flea. Rolled to the sidewall. Vexum to the backboard. To Zanji, Spanish Flea. Let it roll up the wall here. Hitting it back to his own backboard. Marvel Man in default double commit for this one. Obishan back to Vexum. And a leak shot, but Vexum can get back to it. And Vexum, late in this game, has been showing up hard for Wolfpack Esports. Able to pop the ball to himself and put it squarely in that bottom right corner. Ganji. And he gives it to Spanish Flea. It's into the midfield. Marvel Man next to it. And the shot will go in. A second goal off kickoff here for Wolfpack Gray. But is it too late? 48 seconds. They're going to have to score many more goals as quickly as this one if they want a chance to win Game 3. Another kickoff here. A fake kickoff. Wolfpack Esports has been making many changes this series. We saw them implement more infield passes. We saw them change up the kickoff. And we might see more here. Spanish Flea isn't able to make the challenge. Defaults and Spanish Flea run into each other near the sidewall. As Vexum, a weak touch. Nobody on Wolfpack Esports willing to commit hard. They just want to hold this lead. Put a vice grip here on Wolfpack Gray. But this is a dangerous touch from Zanji. It doesn't matter. The shot never materialized. Zanji will clear it to Obi-Shan. Going off the wall, and that will end it. Game 3 will go fairly to Wolfpack Esports. They will take match points. And they'll only need one more game to secure the victory. And for Wolfpack Gray, they haven't been making many changes like Wolfpack Esports has. But they're going to have to. This game was not close for them. They were able to keep the other games within 1 or 2 goals. But this one, a 4-goal deficit. They cannot have that happen again. They're going to need to make some changes if they want to once again compete with Wolfpack Esports. Did they all leave? Wait a second, they all left. Wait a second. Oh, they're coming back. Alright. Sorry about that, that's a little bit of an issue. Some of the players must have thought it was a best of 5. I planned for it to be a best of 7. Spanish Flea still needs to join back. We will give him the time to do so. As it looks like some people have been going to the spectate here. As Wolfpack Gray still waiting on Spanish Flea to join in. It will be, I guess, a 2v2 to end it. How exciting. I did not expect this to happen in a best of 7 series. But a 2v2. Gray still down in the series. A shot from Obi-Shan will go in. And already, Wolfpack Esports starting where they left off. And thank you, Vexum, for the message. Spanish Flea has lagged out of the match. I do hope he is okay over there. And this will be a completely new dynamic. A strong challenge from Default, and slowly but surely Obi-Shan will get credit for that goal. As he beats Default just too slow on that challenge. And that is probably one of the slowest goals you will ever see. 32 kilometers per hour. Ovan does get the challenge, but it doesn't go in his favor. Obi-Shan guesses correctly on the cheat up. And Obi-Shan and Default both going for boost. Obi-Shan just the faster, using that power slide to keep his momentum. And he is the faster of the two. 3 goals in less than 30 seconds. In this game does not look close right now. Wolfpack Gray going to need to try some new things. Default scores. And that is something new for you. They're able to break down the defense with some well-timed challenges. As they get their first goal in. Obi-Shawn does win the challenge. Can't go for it again. He gets demoed by Marvel Man. We haven't seen as many demos by either teams so far. Into the midfield. Defaults. And another goal here. Wolfpack Gray. The resurgence. As Zanji cannot make the touch. Obi-Shawn just desperate. Hoping Default does not score that one, but it does not work out in his favor. And Gray wants to climb back. Zanji, great save, but Marvel Man off the first wall. And Zanji beats Default. Wolfpack Gray have overcommitted again. And Zanji can't capitalize on it. No immediate shots. And Wolfpack Gray still under pressure. Still near their nets. And Marvel Man does make the clear. Both teams very similar to game one. High scoring. Back and forth. As both teams are able to show some real grit and determination. Marvel Man equalizes. And Wolfpack Gray, they looked absolutely outclassed in the first 30 seconds, but in the next minute, it's the story is flipped actually. And we're starting to see Gray take the majority of possession here. Make the best out of their chances, including that chance there. As Wolfpack Gray gets a fourth goal. The issue with that goal is it's in their own net. As Marvel Man was hoping Obi-Shawn would make a touchdown that he doesn't, and he clears it to his own net, and it just flies in. Absolutely unexpected here. As Zanji and Default does make a touch here. Obi-Shawn gets challenged in the midfield. Marvel Man, infield pass, it's just too far for Default. A great idea though, we haven't seen Gray go for them yet this series, but with more space they can do a little bit more with the ball. A little more creativity, and that is going to be what gets them these goals. Being able to not do the same thing over and over again. As Default looking for a 50-50. Zanji's goal side will win that one by far, as that shot will roll up the backboard. And a great bump here from Default, almost bumps out Marvel Man. Marvel Man faked by Zanji. But Default always have a second person behind you. A team bump. Obi-Shawn to the midfield. Zanji scores a team bump. And more resiliency here from Wolfpack Esports. They score 2 goals unanswered. And Wolfpack Gray going to have to do it again. Come back from a massive deficit. But in twos, 2 goals is nothing. That can be wiped away in an instant. And as I say that, the shot Zanji pinches it against his own post. A heroic save there as he flies in. Zanji, one-on-one, we have seen the once mechanics from him, but Default knows better of it. Open nets. And a 4th goal. And Default, he's been playing extraordinarily this series. 3 of the 4 goals have been to his name. Zanji, Marvel Man, take this one. And the net is all for him. Zanji able to clamber back. Whoops. And he's going for the 180 flick. I just saw that one. going for the spectacular. But it will not materialize for him. Marvel Man can't make a challenge, wastes time. That 50 by Obishan high almost flies its way to the top corner. And Obishan next to it pinches to the midfield. Zanji not willing to commit for that. He'd much rather stay back, make a challenge, keep their lead. There's only a minute remaining. Gray, they might start to feel a little desperate here. As Marvel Man able to make a challenge on Obishan, he doesn't have a lot of boost. And Obishan, oh, the pass to Zanji. Whether it was intentional or not, Zanji wasn't ready for it. He's going for the ceiling shot to Obishan. Zanji, he's been going for those so many times. It was only a matter of time when it would connect, and it would connect with Obishan. Zanji, ready and willing to put that ceiling shot exactly where it needs to go. What a fabulous play. Default here. Trying to get a goal. Zanji was close to it. Default going for the bump. But Obishan has enough boost to collect. Passes it to Zanji. Instead, he's going to his own net. That's going to be an own goal. Oh my goodness. Default will get the credit here. But in reality, Obishan here with the most spectacular of own goals. The most absurd of plays against yourself. And he wants to go to overtime. Marvel Man clears it. Into the net. Overtime is requested. Overtime you shall get. An exciting outcome for Game 4. As this match has been anything but boring. Oh man, Rushan doesn't want that to go in, and it will hit the ground overtime. Wolfpack Esports in the blue, Wolfpack Gray in the orange. Wolfpack going for the slow kickoff. It will pinch out though. Zanji shots, he misses. Second chance, second life. Default can't make it. Zanji scores. A short overtime ends with Wolfpack Gray overcommit, and Zanji able to slowly hit that ball behind default. It trickles its way in. Wolfpack sweep. Wolfpack Gray 4-0. An exciting series, but throughout it, Wolfpack Esports did have the majority of pressure here. They looked like the more confident team, the team more ready to put on the challenges, put on the plays, keep that midfield. And really, it was the 50-50s that won on that one. They won almost all the challenges, and that just drained the boost of Wolfpack Gray. Wolfpack Gray, though, can't underestimate them. They were never out of it. They always kept it close, never looked like they were completely outplayed. Credit to Wolfpack Gray, but Wolfpack Esports are your victors. Congratulations. Ooh, what a, and obviously, as you can see, I don't know why I have this car. That was such a fun match, man. Again, thank you to Wolfpack Esports and Wolfpack Gray, especially Vexum, for organizing that. It's been a lot of fun casting. And also, shout out to you, Tis. Thanks for the little help there. I was watching. I couldn't say anything because I was casting, but thanks for helping me out a little bit. As you probably could hear, I did make some slight adjustments. And obviously, you know what? I do kind of like that I have my personal casting coach. Oh, what a series, man. Oh, that was fun. Yo, Vexum, if you're still in here, man, I'd love to chat with you afterwards, man. I can end the stream right now if you want to do that. I'd love to chat with you, man. Be a great day to do so. Man, that is so exhilarating though. Because I've never casted like this before. Never on like a professional or I guess semi-professional stage like this. So this is like something completely new for me. Obviously, I'm not that good at it, but man, it's really fun. It really is. It has been a blast casting. Both of these matches. I hope to do it again. Ooh. Yeah, let me go send back some of the message. Anyways, thank you for joining and thank you, Tis, for the help. We can always chat later, man, if you want to just, make fun of my casting. I'm gonna go now, guys. It was fun. Bye bye.